Good evening, everyone. In the interest of time, we're going to get started right on time. We'll continue to let people in as they show up. But first and foremost, let me say thank you to all of you for joining this evening. We have hopefully have the answers to all of your questions, we hope. And we're super excited and we can't wait. We're 15 days away, right? Isn't that right? Till graduation. So very exciting times. Things have been going really well at school, but we wanted to just give everybody the opportunity to ask whatever questions they have, and make sure that everybody has all of the accurate information so we have a wonderful graduation day, and evening and a wonderful week of events for the seniors. So with all of that said, oh, and for those of you who don't know, I'm Dr. Ravello, the principal. But with all of that said, I'm going to turn it over to the capable hands of Miss Michelle Kersey, Mr. Morris, and Miss Rust.
Good evening. My name is Coleman Morris. I'm the assistant principal here. I'm going to let Michelle Kersey introduce herself, and I'd like Miss Rust to introduce herself as well. They're our senior advisors that work with our seniors leading up to graduation.
Hi, I'm Michelle Kersey.
Hi there, I'm Wendy Rust.
And we also might have Miss Bumgardner joining us as well, who does pictures for our yearbook and will also be participating in taking yearbooks at graduation. So if she is able to jump on, we'll allow her a few minutes to kind of share what she's going to be doing with pictures at graduation. So kind of for the format, what I'd like to do for the Zoom meeting is I'd like for us, if you guys could all stay on mute as we kind of go through the timeline leading up to graduation. We're just going to kind of go over the key events and kind of the expectations and kind of give you some more information. And we've even updated the document that we sent out a week or so ago with some additional information, some things that are going to be important that we feel like you really need to know to make sure that these next 2 weeks or so go smooth and you're able to participate in all the activities that we have going on here for graduation. I did see Ms. Bumgardner jump on. So Ms. Bumgardner, if you could just introduce yourself, and there's going to be times where I'm going to ask you to chime in terms of like pictures and things like that where you feel appropriate.
Hi, I'm Gina Baumgartner. I'm the library media specialist at the high school, and I'm also the yearbook advisor.
Thanks for joining us, Ms. Bumgardner. Okay, so again, if we could just stay on mute till we go through the kind of the timeline leading up to graduation. If you have questions as we go along, if you want to drop those in the chat, I'll be monitoring that. We can answer some on the spot, but we'll also save time at the end for anybody that wants to stay on and answer any questions directly with the group as well. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to share the document that we originally sent out. So give us 1 second to share that. And hopefully everybody can see that. I see that on my screen, so we should be good to go. Hopefully it's big enough for everybody to see. One thing that you can see, we've obviously removed the items that have already passed with the prom. That was a success. Kids had a great time. And then obviously tonight we have the meeting to answer all of your questions, hopefully give you some clarity on the graduation procedures and give you the opportunity to clarify any questions you might have just to make sure that that goes smoothly. If you see for May 15th, we've already added something into the schedule that probably your seniors aren't even aware of yet. We decided we're going to have a meeting on May 15th, which is Friday, between the students' exams. This is going to be a meeting for the seniors to go over laptop procedures for the seniors that are graduating. This year is going to be the first year that seniors are going to be able to take their laptops home and keep them. They will not be required to turn them in. It's going to be something that they can take with them. They'll be able to keep their chargers, their laptops. With that being said, we're going to have a meeting on Friday to go over with the seniors just to make sure that we have the correct ID number for the laptops, make sure everything is up to date, and also, more importantly, share with them that it's going to be extremely important that whatever documents they have on their laptop, they are going to be required to get those off by May 22nd. Otherwise, they have the potential to lose those documents. So any Google Docs or any Google folders or anything like that that they have stored on their laptop that they want to keep with them, any papers or anything that they've written for school that they want to save, they're going to need to do that within the next couple of weeks prior to graduation. So we wanted to share that with you. Like I said, your students don't even know that yet. We're going to share that with them on Friday. Ms. Bumgardner, if you want to chime in about anything with the laptops, because that's your department as well, anything I left out or any key information for that Friday meeting with the kids, what's expected of them and what we need to share with them. If you could share that with the families, please.
I think the most important thing is what's on their Google Drive and making sure if they don't already have another account to transfer those things to. Things like portfolios that they've built while they're at school, resumes, Canva projects, and things like that, that they can start navigating those things over before the 22nd. As for taking the computers home, we will be checking each one to make sure each student has a computer, the right computer that they are allowed to keep. And then we will not be supporting it once their last day of school comes up. You know, we won't be doing repairs or any fixing of things then. So if they have something that they want to get fixed before then, they'll have to have their teacher put in to come down to the library to talk to Coach Hall or I, and there may be fees associated with that. But at this time, with them taking it home once they're done school, our responsibility for taking care of those will be complete.
Okay. And then Ms. Kersey, if you want to touch upon decision day on the 15th, which we're also going to talk about with the kids.
So the kids, link was put on Schoology today. The decision day form is basically where we're going to announce the seniors post-secondary plans. We're hoping that we're having a senior spirit week next week that will go up tomorrow. And we're going to announce the students and what their post-secondary high school plans are, whether that be military, college, career. So we're hoping they wear, you know, whatever it is they're planning on doing. And that'll be in the morning beginning at 8 a.m. They're due by the 20th as well.
Okay. And then on May 16th and 17th is going to be your opportunity to decorate your seniors parking spot. We did emphasize that it's chalk only, and obviously it must be school appropriate. One thing that we learned today, which is, I'm glad we're having this meeting and able to share this with you guys, is that there is an event here this weekend that I was unaware of. Saturday, which is the 16th, there is no event here. So that's a day that you could come decorate parking spots without any issues with an event going on or parking being filled up or in your child's parking spot. However, on Sunday, we have an event that's here and they expect it to be pretty crowded. So most of our parking lots will probably be filled up until about 5 p.m. So if you want to decorate your child's parking spot for the 18th when they arrive, it's probably going to be best to do that Saturday or Sunday evening. Again, just be prepared that Sunday could be a little hectic here with an event that we're having here in the auditorium. And like I said, they do expect it to be pretty well attended and most of our parking to be occupied. So your child's parking spot may be occupied for most of the day Sunday. You know, if you do decorate it Saturday and you just want to come back by Sunday night just to check it to make sure, you know, nothing was messed up or, you know, just to touch it up and make sure it's the way you want it for Monday. I just wanted to share that information with you because we do have that event here this weekend and I wanted to make sure you have plenty of time to plan and prepare to go ahead and decorate your child's parking spot.
So now we're going to get into the seniors' last day. We're having decision day. It's a celebration, obviously, like I said earlier. They're going to wear their post-secondary attire. There is a Google form. It's due by May 20th so that they can be acknowledged. After decision day, we will go outside. We did the senior sunrise the first day of school, and now we're going to do our senior sunset, which is their last day of school. We're going to do a barbecue in the stadium at 10:30, and they will receive their senior signs to bring home to you, and every senior will get one. They will also receive their senior shirts this week as well. And then as far as the graduation week, so Monday is Memorial Day. There's no school. Tuesday, there's nothing for seniors that they have to do. Wednesday is our first day of graduation practice. They'll come in, they'll have a senior breakfast. They need to be here at 8 a.m. They'll report to the cafeteria, and then we will report to the auditorium for practice. They're going to watch, or they're going to, do this practice, and then they'll head home. And then that evening, there'll be the senior awards ceremony at 6 p.m. here at the high school. Seniors that are receiving awards will receive an invitation to attend, and they need to be here by 5:30 p.m. But everyone is welcome to attend. Just because if your student's not getting an award and still wants to come, they are more than welcome. So,
and we'll send that invite through Parent Square. All the students that are receiving awards are being recognized that evening. You'll receive a message directly from me through Parent Square. But as Ms. Kersey stated, all seniors are welcome to attend and support their classmates. Those that are receiving awards, we just asked to arrive by 5:30. as the students will process into the auditorium together. So we want to make sure we have them set up and ready to go for that senior award night.
Okay, and then May 28th is graduation practice. They're going to report to the auditorium at 8 a.m. We are also going to do the Walk of Fame, which is where all the students go to all the schools and tour the hallway wearing their gowns. So it's a really awesome experience. The kids love it. The staff loves it. So we will leave here around 10 a.m. And both days are mandatory for graduation practice. So please make sure that your students are there. Anything for the 20th?
And we'll visit all schools.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll visit all the elementary schools, so that all the students get to see their former teachers. It's a really cool experience. Just make sure that the kids have their gowns and dressed appropriately, so that they can participate in that and get to see all of their former teachers and be recognized at all the schools.
They will get their gowns that day as well, so that they have them. And then May 29th is the day they've all been waiting for, is graduation day. At 4 p.m., the students are to report to school. They will be notified to where to park because they'll be parked in a different spot than the parents. Dinner will be served for them. They will get their caps at 4:15. At 5 o'clock, we'll have the class of 2026 photo in the gym. That's where they all sit together for one last time. At 5 p.m., the gates also open up for family and friends. 5:45, the seniors will line up. Then we process to the football field. At 5:55, the gates to the track will close. You can still sit in the bleachers, but you will not be able to enter the track. So just a reminder, make sure you're there for trackside seating before 5:55. And then 6 p.m., graduation begins. Each student does receive 4 tickets. That is for track seating only. That is the only area in the stadium that needs tickets. Additional guests can sit in the home side bleachers. There's no tickets required.
I would also just comment too that when the gates open at 5 o'clock, typically, just so you guys are aware, if you've never attended one of our graduations before, that line tends to start to back up pretty early because it's basically first come, first serve when you get to the track. So those of you that have tickets, your 4 family members that will be seated on the track, you will line up. And then as you enter the stadium, it's first come, first serve for the seats that are on the track, just so you're aware. So I would expect that line to be filling up right at 5 p.m. And we'll still be able to get you in a orderly fashion and timely, so you don't have to worry about that. We'll get you in. But please be aware and respectful of the fact that we need to close that track gate at 5:55 because that is when the seniors are going to start entering the stadium. And we can't have anybody else out there at that time. So again, if you were running late, you would still be able to enter the stadium and sit in the bleachers, but you would not be able to enter the track at that time.
They will receive their tickets during graduation practice. It'll come in a packet. So they will get their 4 tickets. I believe it's Thursday with their gowns. So that'll all come together in a packet.
And again, that usually causes some confusion. Ms. Kersey already reiterated it, but 4 tickets for the family to sit on the track inside the fence on the track, and then anybody else that you wish to attend can sit in the bleachers. You do not need additional tickets for the bleachers. As many family members as you want to attend, there will be bleacher seating in the main stadium, and we also add additional bleachers, so there's additional seating for families and friends to come support the graduates.
Mr. Morris and Ms.
Yep.
Kersey. It was Jostens, right, Ms. Kersey, that sent out, that did the graduation page. Okay, so the graduation announcements that were printed up, if you ordered them from Jostens, they never asked us to proof the language that went in there. So the language in there is confusing. That's why we're trying to emphasize you only need you only need a ticket to sit on the track. As many people as you want can come and sit in the stands. We have extra stands on both sides, portable stands. They just only 4 people can sit together on the track, but in the stands, the rest of the family can come and sit there. And with the stage being elevated, it's actually really nice. You can see everything from the stands. So just so everybody understands that, because we do realize that the announcements were not worded well. So we apologize for that, but they didn't ask us about that.
And so the rain date will be June 1st and everything will remain the same, just so you guys are aware. All right. Graduation requirements. So the students, to receive their diplomas, all their dues and debts must be paid in full. Of course, they have to have their required credits completed. And attendance, of course, at graduation practice is mandatory. Diplomas will be withheld if any balances remain. So if they have any debts, any of that nature, we will have the diploma. They'll still get their cover. They'll still get their picture. Nobody will know except for the student when they open it. So.
And the graduation practices that are mandatory are May 27th and May 28th. Those
Yep.
are the 2 days that they have to be here for the full day for the practice. So when we say graduation practice is mandatory, those 2 days from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the 27th and the 28th are the mandatory days. Again, the senior awards is optional, but we do encourage all to attend to support their classmates.
All right. Ceremony expectations, no balloons, confetti cannons, air horns, or signs are permitted. Caps cannot be decorated. Only Lake Forest High School approved cords and stoles may be worn. Students and guests seated on the track must wear flat shoes. So this includes the guests. Heels and boots are not permitted on the track. If you're outside and you're in the bleachers, you're more than welcome to wear heels and boots. But if you are on the track, and students are not allowed to wear heels and boots. No pets are allowed, train service animals only. Large bags and purses are not permitted, and there will be handicap seating available. As far as attire for graduation, we prefer the boys wear slacks of some sort, just no jeans. So khakis, black, gray, blue, any color pants. And then the girls can wear a dress under the gown. All the gowns are navy blue, so whatever is worn underneath will not be seen.
Yeah, I am.
Mr. Morris is answering the questions in the chat, so if there's any questions, he is on there answering them. That's it. We're excited to have graduation. It's gonna come quicker than we know it. And you have anything
I have a
else?
few updates about pictures if I could cut
Yeah,
in.
please.
Yeah, thank you, Ms.
Okay.
Bauer.
Seniors will get their yearbooks. Those that have already ordered them, they will be distributed starting Monday. Please keep in mind that the yearbook content ends March 1st. So the 32-page supplement that we're working on right now that will lead up to the last day of school and include prom and graduation will be mailed home. So if you ordered a yearbook and the address that you ordered it with changes, I just ask that you let me know so I make sure it gets mailed to the right address. We take a lot of pictures, the seniors last week, so starting next week and then throughout graduation practice and the actual graduation. So usually within a week after graduation, we upload all the pictures that Barksdale has taken, that's our professional company, and that either myself or my yearbook staff have taken to a Google Drive, so you will have access to those. But you have to give us a couple days to get everything put together. But usually that is sent out within a week after graduation. Barksdale wanted me to let you know that you can also purchase pictures directly from them. I will be passing out flyers to the kids and sending home a Parent Square message with that login. The ones that I give you from Barksdale will be good quality, but they won't enlarge any larger than 5x7. So if you're looking for a poster or something large like that, you'll want to order it directly from the company. But you will have at least a downloadable version that you can print out up to 5x7. And I think that's all I have for that.
Miss Baumgartner, the
Yes.
prom pictures are going to be made available too on a link, right?
Yes, the prom pictures will also be included in that. We're working on getting all those together. They'll be in that folder also. Students can also send me a Schoology message if they want a specific prom picture. I can send that to them before they leave if need be, or stop by the library at lunchtime.
So we had a question about cords. The school will distribute the cords that students are approved to wear. They will be given at the senior awards, and those are the only cords and sashes, stoles that will be permitted on the graduation ceremony.
Yeah, we do have other clubs and organizations that are a part of the high school. They just simply reach out to one of the principals to gain permission for to wear their stoles or their cords. Like OM is an example of one of them. that will be permitted to wear their cords because they're representing Lake Forest High School. So if there's any others that have any questions about a cord or anything like that, they can just reach out to one of their, well, if seniors, they can reach out to me.
And one of the questions that they ask all the time is about 4-H cords. They are allowed to wear 4-H cords. There was a ceremony last night where cords were awarded by DOE to students going into a 4-year performing arts program. They're permitted to wear those cords because that is state and school sanctioned activity. But if you have a specific question, you can reach out to me or you can reach out to Mr. Morris, and we can answer that question for you.
As far as the senior slideshow, there was a link to submit pictures. We will resend that out so that you guys have that to submit pictures. And if there's any issues submitting pictures, I know a couple people have reached out. Please just send us, myself, or Miss Russ, the pictures. But again, they are due Friday. So please make sure you get those in so that they can be included in the senior slideshow. There's another question. National Honor Society will get their stoles at senior awards.
Yep.
Okay. If you have any further questions, again, myself and Ms. Rust, Mr. Morris, and Dr. Ravello are all here to answer them. And we will have the recording sent out via Parent Square. So you guys, if there's something you missed or something you have, please, don't hesitate to reach out.
Ms. Kersey, the slideshow. So there's a couple different videos that are being made. There's a video that Miss Mahali is making. Some of you might have seen the video last year that we did for the seniors where all the staff bid them farewell. This year she did something a little more fancy and she included a lot of the seniors in the video. So that video is going to be played at senior awards at the beginning. The slideshow is going to be played at the end. Eventually we will make all of those links available on YouTube. Okay.
Okay, and the link for the live feed will be sent out prior to graduation. So yes, there will be a live feed and that link will be sent out, I believe, via Parent Square prior to graduation.
Yes.
Yes. Yes to military cords. Somebody asked
No.
that question.
Yeah, I sent them the message that it's yes.
Yes.
So if there's any questions we missed in the chat, I'm trying to scan through them to make sure. But I mean, at this point, we've shared the information that we felt was most pertinent. So if there's anybody that has any specific questions, and you just want to kind of raise your hand or unmute and ask any questions, we're here for you guys if you need anything else answered. Or if there's anything that you're thinking of that maybe we didn't mention.
Mr. Morris, didn't we decide today when the email will go out to invite the seniors to the senior awards night?
We're going to send out 2 of them. So yes, the first one will go out Monday.
Okay.
And then if there's any additional that get added, we'll send out another message as well, probably Friday. So it's looking like the senior award invitations are probably going to go out initially Monday of next week, and then we'll send out an additional message on Friday in case there's still scholarships and things coming in. So if anybody's added to that list, we'll send out additional information on Friday for that to invite seniors to that are getting an award or scholarship.
And parents, if you have scholarships that your senior has received, please make sure you submit it to us by Friday. That can be via email through Ms. Jacobs, myself, again, Ms. Rust, any of us. But as long as we receive it by Friday, they can be included in the senior awards.
Yes, I can't emphasize that enough. If they did receive scholarships or awards, please let us have that early as possible because we do have to update the program for the senior awards night, and we don't want to be doing that last minute. So anything that you have to share, make sure that comes to Ms. Jacobs or Ms. Kersey, myself, so that we can have that and put that in the program because we don't want to miss out on anything and honor any senior that's received an award and that recognition.
Any other questions?
There will be a section available for for wheelchairs and handicap individuals that are be attending graduation so that we can have room and space for them so that they don't have to worry about that on the track. So yes, they will be allowed on the track. We have an area where they can sit comfortably and still see the graduation.
As
Mr.
for the
Morris,
email,
there's-
Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
sorry, go ahead.
There was a question about emails. As for the email, we'll add it to the document, myself and Ms. Rust and Ms. Jacobs, for you guys to be able to submit the awards. Sorry, Dr. Ravello.
No, that's okay. Someone's asking a question because they're not receiving Parent Square messages. Can we make sure that we put all the messages up on Facebook too? For senior awards, for that invitation, Mr. Morris, can we make sure that we also send that to the students over Schoology?
Mhm.
So that if there's a parent that doesn't get it or is messed up because of Infinite Campus or Parent Square or whatever, then that way we'll be sure that the student gets it. So that
I'm going to
we'll,
create a group. So I can create a group with the students, all the student names, so they'll be included in that. So that is
Okay.
the plan for that. So students should be able to
So
get
all the
it.
communication will be posted, sent by Parent Square, also posted on social media. And for the senior awards invitations, we will send a Parent Square message, but we will also send it to Schoology to all of the students, so they'll get that invitation as well. Hopefully that covers it all.
There was a question about wheelchairs and tickets. If the attendant is going to stay seated in their wheelchair, they do not require a ticket. However, if they're going to park the wheelchair and then go to a seat, they are required a ticket. I hope that clears that up. Any other questions?
Is there anybody that put any questions in the chat that we missed or skipped over? Feel free to come off mute.
I have a question about the cords. My daughter had gotten a cord from the National Society of High School Scholars, and that was asked twice in the chat. Is she allowed to wear that one? It's different from the National Honor Society.
Yeah, I would just need information on if you can just have her come down and see me and we can have a discussion about what it is and what it represents.
Okay.
Then make that decision. But yeah, just
All right,
have her
thank
come
you.
see Mr. Morris and we'll take care of it.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought maybe you guys were asking about something different. I'm not familiar with that organization either, but Mr. Morse can take a look at it.
Yeah, I think it's just something where they have a certain GPA, so they're awarded the National Scholar stuff.
Is it National Merit? Is it from College Board?
I honestly don't remember. She received it probably, I don't know, a couple months ago.
All right,
I'll have to look at it
it might be
again.
something new that they're doing. Like these cords that were given out last night are new from the state of Delaware, so we'll have to look into it. But if she brings all the information down, we can look into it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, there's another question that and then I just want to make sure I'm understanding the question correctly. It says, can we get in the gates and stand in the back without a ticket? So you can't be on the track and standing. If you have a ticket and you enter the track, you'll be required to have a seat during the ceremony. If you want to stand, then it would probably be best to be outside the track area where the bleachers are. We still would prefer that people are seated just because we don't want to obstruct anybody's view during the ceremony. But I hope that answers that question. There will be nobody standing inside the stadium on the track because we don't want to block anybody's view of the graduation ceremony. The only thing I would say is that typically what happens is when your graduate goes across the stage, you'll be able to stand up and take a picture. But other than that, we would just request that you be seated during the ceremony.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us this evening. Again, if you think of any questions, we will include our emails in the updated form with all of the updated information from tonight. Please reach out, and we're excited to have your seniors graduate. So, anybody else? All right.
Thank you, guys. If there's anybody that has a question and wants to hang on for a second while everybody else is getting off, we'll stay on for one more minute. Otherwise, we appreciate your time. And we look forward to seeing you guys at graduation to support your
One
senior.
more question, excuse
Yep.
me.
ahead.
Does they have to wear a tie?
No.
Is
No.
a mask? No, okay, thank you.
They don't have to wear a tie. We just ask that they be dressed appropriately.
Of course,
Looking for the
yes.
boys to wear a nice shirt, khaki pants, or black pants, dress pants, and girls typically will wear a dress.
Dress or yeah.
Sundress, something appropriate. We want them to dress nice. And again, I can't reiterate enough the shoes. Like they can't have the heels
Cannot.
or boots. It has to be a flat sole because of the track. So anybody seated on the track has to make sure that we do not have heels it has to be a flat shoe for the track. One other person asked about the military cords. I believe you get those from the recruiter. You don't get them. We don't issue military cords. So if you are joining the military, I would reach out to your recruiter to get your military cord from them because they usually provide. And a lot of times the recruiters attend graduation.
There's
I have a question for our parents that are just getting on, that are getting back from the game from today. Can
Yep.
you sort of recap, please?
Yeah.
We recorded the meeting for everybody, so there'll be a recording that you can watch and listen to all the things.
But the main highlights for the seniors is on May 27th and May 28th is mandatory graduation practice from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then graduation is on May 29th. I would say the highlights of May 29th is you need to make sure that the gates will open at 5. I would recommend that you're here at 5 so that you can get in the stadium to pick the best seat possible that you want to sit in because it's first come, first serve. And if you're seated on the track with one of the 4 tickets, you're going to need to be seated by 5:55 because the gate is going to close when the graduates are entering the stadium. Once they enter the stadium, nobody can be on the track while they're coming onto the field. So it's important that you are on the track by 5:55 when the graduates are entering the stadium. The other thing is if you're sitting in the bleachers or not on the track, you do not need a ticket. The only people that require a ticket are the family members that will be seated on the track, which is inside the fence of the stadium where the graduates will be. And you get 4 of those, and the students will get those on May 28th.
Thursday. Yep.
And then they will bring them home in their packets that we give them on May 28th. So you should expect to get those tickets on May 28th. I know that was asked a number of times. And then we also have our senior awards on May 27th. We'll be sending out invites to those students that will be receiving an award, but all are welcome to attend to support their classmates.
Lauren, if you have any other questions, don't hesitate
As you
to
know.
reach out.
Yeah, I was just wanting to make sure we had handicap seating to bring Kylie.
Yep.
That's all.
Yep,
Yep.
we'll have everything set up for you, okay? But yeah,
All
if
right,
you have anything, just give me a call.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
The boots,
Hey,
like work boots,
Lauren. I got a question. If I'm
Go ahead,
if
Mr.
I'm
Hall.
if I'm handing June his diploma, like, am I okay? Because I'm gonna be working it too. So,
Yep.
am I like? Can I just go up whenever he's ready to get called? Is that all right?
Yeah, we'll give you directions on that. We have about 15 district employees giving their son or daughter their diploma. So we'll have directions for all of those parents presenting them.
Okay.
I'll make sure Coach Hall we'll make sure that you know where he's at in the
Mhm.
graduation process when he's going to be receiving his diploma so that you're aware when he's going up. And that's when you'll want to report to the designated area, which we'll share all that with you.
All right.
So,
I'll be panicking that day. So.
Sorry. What'd you say, Mr. Hall?
I said I'll be panicking that day. So I hear what you're saying. I'm being
We'll get there.
scared.
Yeah, we
We'll
got
take care of it.
the boots, they can't be cowboy boots or work boots if the boots have any type of heel. They are not allowed to wear boots on the track. It messes it up and as well as the turf. They receive their gowns on Thursday. They receive their caps on Friday when they get here at 4:15. Okay, well, again, please reach out if you have any questions, and we will wish everybody a wonderful evening.
Thank y'all for everything. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys. Have a good night.
Okay, see you guys. Have a good night.